What is going on, everybody? We are back for another daily best bet. It is March 7th. We're closing in on the weekend, so let's get some money in here for you guys. I absolutely love today's slate. We still have 5 bets. We might have a little bit more later because as I was doing my write-up for this and getting everything prepared, I kind of had some ideas on stuff. I'm going to share them with you still, but I won't have an official play out till probably 6, closer towards game time for these 2 games. But with that being said, let's go ahead and break down yesterday. We were 3-2 yesterday, going 2-2 on our straight plays, and our parlay did cash for our parlay of the day, making us a +1 unit day yesterday. Not the best, but what we would see. I wish we had taken the Kings money line like I talked about, because we would have then hit another plus money play. But again, we'll take what we can get. I'm very excited about what we did yesterday. I'm excited for what we got today. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So again, we have 5 plays today. We have 4 plays, a play of the day, and a parlay of the day that's going to be coming a bit later. Once I kind of put together some of this stuff that I've kind of found that, again, I was looking at later. But again, I will bring those all to you here in a minute. Again, hope everyone had a great day. Hope everyone has excited for the weekend. I know I am. We're in the last week of college basketball regular season. We're going to have some tournament stuff out in the next couple of days. So I'm really excited for that. If you're thinking about the NBA playoffs like I am, make sure you go check out our YouTube video we just posted from Joe at Educated Ignorance. He did a title bubble breakdown, teams he thinks are going to be top contenders to win the title this year right now in his updated list. He recorded it before the cat news that broke today, so I'm curious how that news is going to kind of shift his list just a bit. If it takes them out, moves someone in, I don't know, but we'll see. He'll have a third one coming up pretty soon anyways. So let's get right into it. Our first play that we're rocking today is the Bulls Warriors over 223. Now, we talked yesterday about the fact that a lot of games have went under. I think that trend is slowly starting to break. A lot of refs are calling games a little bit closer after some criticism at the start of the year. But I think we're starting to get back into rhythm of teams kind of figuring out defenses, how to play around these refs. This game, there's no rest advantage. Both teams played last night. Both teams won games last night. Remember, Bulls were in our parlay of the day with a good cash, which, by the way, shout out to the Magic. That was, I went to bed like early, just mad about what that game looked like at like 28-51, and just kind of gave up on it there. And then I woke up, get ready for work, and I saw they won by 10. So shout out to them, and shout out to the Wizards for just absolutely flubbing that game. But yeah, so Bulls Warriors over 223. Again, no rest advantage for either team tonight. Both teams are leaning towards the overs on back-to-back. They're about a little over 50% on the overs in the second game of back-to-back. But the big thing I'm looking at for this is this. The Bulls are 17-13 on the over on the road. And with this being a back-to-back, I don't see both defenses going to be playing the best. They're going to be a little tired. Even though the Warriors won pretty handily last night, they played very physical defense. They played very tough. So I think that's going to be something they're really going to be kind of tired of, with a team that maybe, I guess, plays a little slower pace, plays a little more towards the mid-range rather than driving to the basket. And on the same end, on the other side, Draymond Green's going to be facilitating the offense again. And this is a team that Curry and Draymond Green have both played well against. A friend of mine, Joe Delera, posted a play for over 4.5 assists for Green. I do like that one as well. But again, I'm not taking that one personally. But we're taking the over 223 in this game just because every projection I've seen says this game should be closer to like 234, 235. I don't know why it's so low. Everything I'm seeing is kind of going towards the over. All the money's going towards the over right now. That's just kind of where I'm at. I'm looking at it right now from a money perspective here. You got about 69% of the money, or 69% of the bets are going towards the over, and 75% of the money is going towards it as well. So that's something big I'm looking at. But I'll take my chances on the Bulls and Warriors in a back-to-back. The Bulls are one of those teams that always hurt me, so I'm a little worried about that, taking them back-to-back nights. But I like this play tonight. It's definitely on the list, so we're putting that one in for a unit at over 223. I would take this up to 224. If it goes under 221, I would stay away because that means something's bad's happened. It's going to drop. Our next play is probably one of my favorite plays, matchup-wise, team-wise. It's the Raptors and the Suns over 233.5. There's a big reason why I like this play. The Raptors have actually been one of the teams that have went over in most of their games since the break. They've scored like 220 or over in every single game, but I think 3 since the All-Star break, and they've kind of split that trend up just a bit. But this is a good spot for the over tonight. Raptors as an away underdog. The over is 16-8. On the road as a whole this season, they're 29-1 in favor of the over. And like I said, this is one of those games where when you look at all the lying stats, the Suns have kind of been iffy on these. They've been back and forth a lot. I know a lot of people probably aren't taking this because of the fact that Booker is out. But and by the way, you can get this line. I don't know how accurate this is because Caesars doesn't update a lot, but Caesars, it says it's still at 231. I saw it 234 on Caesars earlier, so I don't think that's the most accurate one. We kind of had that issue yesterday with our Sixers play where they had it at 230, like 208, and it was like actually at 211. But this is a great matchup, even without Booker, because RJ Barrett has not been able to guard Kevin Durant in his career. I'm going to pull up this thing from StatMuse for you guys real quick. Let me pull this up. So look at this right here after this ad goes away. So this is Kevin Durant's games against the Raptors, right? Putting up 30 in his last game against them earlier this year when they had a lot better of a defense, mind you. So that's one reason. 28 in his last game as a net against them. But the big thing I'm looking at is this matchup against RJ. Now, against RJ, he's averaging over 32 points a game in his career against them and 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Look at this. He's had 2 triple-doubles against RJ. In his last 2 games, in one of his last 2 games, he put up a triple-double, getting guarded by RJ. Scotty Barnes is not playing tonight, meaning RJ is going to be getting the assignment on Kevin Durant. With him being the focal point of the offense, he's going to be dominant. He has scored 25 or more in every game that Devin Booker has not played in this year. So look for him 25 plus. You can catch it at like minus 300 on a couple books. I think last I saw DraftKings had it at minus 300. So get that in while you can. Yeah, 310 on DraftKings, 340 on FanDuel. So get that in while you can. He's absolutely dominated this matchup against RJ. This Raptors team now with Barnes out has kind of been playing more free flowing. They've been playing a lot more offensively. They've been moving around a lot more. I really like this over tonight. I'm going to take the over at 233.5, and we're going to hope for a very exciting game and Kevin Durant just to absolutely dominate. I'm looking at his PRAs also with that stat of like 32, 8, and 6. PRAs are definitely something to watch out for. His point rebound assist line's at 42.5. He hit 40 last time he played these guys. And without Booker this season, he's went over that line 6 of the 6 of the 12 games without Booker this year. He's went over that line. So that's something to really look out for. But either way, that's what we're rocking with tonight. I like him for 25 in a parlay. I'm taking the over here at 233.5. Now, let's get on to 2 plays that I'm not the biggest excited about, but I do actually love them before we get into our play of the day, which if you guys have followed us this year, it's been my favorite player to bet. He's one of my absolute favorite players, and I hate that the Knicks did not keep him on draft night because what a team they would be if they kept him. And in my opinion, I'm probably wrong. But We'll get to that in a minute. So Timberwolves money line is my next play. We found it at plus 105. It's probably moved a little bit. No, still best spot you can find it right now is 10. Looks like 105 at MGM. You can find it plus 100 on FanDuel, DraftKings, and Caesars. So I like this play mainly because this is not a bet on the Timberwolves. This is a bet against the Pacers. The Pacers have been very back and forth. They had a great game, and this is where they kind of fall down against a team that's a lot better than what they played before. Yes, the Timberwolves are better than the Mavericks, if you don't believe me. But the Timberwolves need a big win here. Cat's out for the season, so this is a kind of a prove it spot to say, we're just as good without him, even though we're better with him in the lineup. And the big thing is I'm not too worried about Siakam. I think with his game, I think McDaniels can guard him really well on the wing, and he can't really get to the paint with Rudy Gobert there. So I'm not at least a bit worried about him. It's Halliburton that is the focal point of this offense. When Halliburton is not having a game, this team is terrible. And we've seen it back and forth this season. Every time he hasn't had a decent scoring night or he hasn't been able to facilitate the ball or kind of move how he wants to and dictate the game, the team struggles. We saw it when he puts up like 19 and 11, like he did the other night, they win by 20. When he's not able to find people and they're forcing him to take shots that he normally wouldn't take, he struggles. So I think Anthony Edwards, McDaniel, Conley are probably going to do a really good job guarding him today. I'm banking on that and hoping that they're going to force Siakam to beat them. And I just don't think Siakam by himself can beat this team, as their defense really hasn't improved any since getting rid of Buddy Hield and bringing in Siakam, but their offense has slowed down, and that's a big problem with a team that wants to beat you with just offense. So I'm taking the Timberwolves money line. I'm taking for a big statement win today, and we're going to rock the plus money play, which I feel like they're leaning towards it could potentially be a Timberwolves win, because especially when you find out one of your top three players is out pretty much for the season and the line does not move at all, it means the books kind of know something and they want to see what the bettors are going to do, and the bettors have kind of stayed away from it. So I think they're going to keep it where it's at. I think this is a good play out plus 105. And our last play before we get into the play of the day. But before we get to this one, make sure, again, you guys go like our posts on Twitter with our tennis play. If we can get enough likes on that, we're going to post an extra parlay of the day, a boosted parlay over on DraftKings for college basketball. If we can get enough likes on this video, I'll post it as well. But make sure you guys subscribe over there. Make sure you guys like and subscribe our YouTube page. We're posting daily content. We have some tennis bet. We have a tennis bet that just went out. That match started about 10 minutes ago, but it's still early enough in the match that you can catch that as a live bet. But we have a lot of great stuff going on there, and it would mean the world to all of us over here at For Frequency's Sake if you guys just tagged along for the journey. With my little preaching out of the way, let's get to our final play. It's the team I hate taking the most. I've always stayed away from them until this kind of scenario. We're taking the Heat plus 4.5. Now, the Heat have hurt me. This is probably their final chance before I put them on the ban list, because I'm stupid enough to give them 10 chances. I'm that guy who keeps going back to his trashy ex. And the trashy ex is the Miami Heat. This is their playoff push time. This is when no matter who's on their roster, they show what they're worth and they make it out of the play-in and they make a contender out of their team. Given that Hero, I'm pretty sure he's out for tonight. I don't know. I can't remember if he's listed as questionable or if he's out. But given his injury status, I think that's why the line is where it's at. And the fact that Doncic has just been playing out of his mind at MVP level. But when you look at the numbers, Dallas is 9-12 as a home favorite against the spread, and they're facing a team of a Heat team that's 18-12 as a road dog, or on the road, 18-12 against the spread, and 13-7 as a road dog. That is big, especially come playoff time. It means the Heat are there, and they're going to force you to play their game, which is slow. They're going to play defense, and they're going to match you shot for shot, and that's what I'm looking for tonight. I don't think Miami has the ability, or I think Miami has the ability to shut down Dallas. Simply put, if they get Dallas to the foul line, we've seen Derek Lively has a lot of trouble staying out of foul trouble. This is a great chance to exploit that, because of his backups. PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford will get most of the minutes if Lively is hurt, foul trouble, or just sucking tonight, because this is a must-win game for them as well. Bam Adebayo has absolutely dominated the matchups against the former Wizard and the former Hornet. So against both of these guys combined, Adebayo is averaging 20, 10, and 4 with 15 double-doubles in 21 games against either of them combined in the 5 years they've faced each other. This is a good spot for Adebayo. You can catch his double-double line at, I believe it's plus money, but I'm going to double check that for y'all, because if that's plus money, that's a great play tonight. Minus 195. So not too bad, not the best, but you can still catch it at decent money. I like that play. It's probably one of my favorite. I think I took him 25 plus points and rebounds as a part of a builder I put together that I might put out for you guys later. But I love the Heat here. I think this is a great situation for the Heat to be in on the road, kind of showing what they're worth to the national media. This is a great spot for Miami. We're going to take Miami plus 4.5 here against Dallas, who kind of, I don't want to say they have look ahead games, but they're not at their best right now. And I think we're seeing a Heat playoff push, we're seeing that decline of them, where you just see a team that has everything, but your top two players get tired and you don't have the team built around them to where they don't have to go off for 40 points every single night. And I think it's just going to get to them. I think this is a game where Miami just uses all their energy and their toughness and their intensity and just takes it out of Dallas completely. So I'm taking Heat plus 4.5 here. Every projection I have has this game within a 1 point game. So 4.5 is just a gimme at this point. And now my favorite play of the day, because whenever it is at decent value, it is absolutely amazing. I love it. Again, before we get into this one, shout out our sponsors, because I forgot to do it at the beginning of the video. Ryan Allison Tattoo and Durham Remodeling. If you guys want to see some absolutely amazing artwork, go check out Ryan Allison Tattoo. He just did a Pokemon tattoo, like half sleeve, that is absolutely fucking badass. His work is amazing. Every time he posts something, it just looks like a work of art. So go follow him. If you're in that area, go get your tattoos from him. He's probably the best artist in the Midwest right now. No one knows about. So get in before he gets too big for all of us. But our play of the day, Jalen Duren double-double. Feed me the double-double. I absolutely love Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren is my favorite player to watch this year. He has been my favorite player to bet on. He's been the one player I said, watch out for him next year. He's going to be a beast, and he has proven to be a beast this year. The big trouble with this is the foul trouble, right? But that has slowed down. He hasn't had a lot of foul trouble in the last few games. He's facing a Nets team who, in his rookie season, he struggled against. But this year, in their only matchup so far, he had a 15-rebound game against Claxton. He has dominated the boards. Claxton has kind of went away a bit as they've kind of transitioned to tried to go faster pace, it looks like. But this team doesn't know what they're doing. And at least the Pistons have somewhat of an identity on how they play right now. And Duren knows where he needs to be. And I think he's going to absolutely just body Claxton down low. He's gotten 10 plus points in every game but 6 this year. He's hit a double-double in, I think it's 41 of 53 games last I checked. So give me the double-double here. It's minus 140 on FanDuel. I think DraftKings has it at minus 175. Add it to your parlay. Put him for 10 points in a parlay. Put him for 10 rebounds in a parlay. Whatever you find value in with that. But I'm taking the double-double straight up. And I'm going to live and die with Jalen Duren getting at least 10 points, 10 boards. Who knows? He might get 10 blocks we might see him get 10 assists and have the greatest passing game of his life. But we're taking that. And that will do us here today. We had a little bit of a shorter show. We didn't have a lot. We didn't get a chance to look in at a lot of the books until last minute. So these are just first looks that I found that look absolutely great. And I was able to do some research on. Again, Bulls Warriors over 223, Raptors Suns over 233.5, Timberwolves money line at plus 105 on MGM, and Heat plus 4.5 with Jalen Duren double-double as our parlay of the day. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. The last couple shows we've had has been the most viewers we've had on our live stream, had the most viewers on our podcast. So thank you guys all for tuning in, listening. I hope you guys do take my advice. Even if you don't, I hope all your bets hit. Let's go have a great night today, guys. Have a good one.